Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, Red's View. I am your gracious host, J Red, and I have a special guest with me. Again, you've seen him before. He is back. I think this is the third time.
My dog. Welcome. Hey,
Larry.
Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. We got to get him back on here, periodically and stuff like that, man. Before we begin, make sure that y'all subscribe to youtube.com/RedsView. Let's get those subscribers up. Subscribe. Hit the like button. If you're watching right now, it should be no excuse. Like or dislike, as long as we got some type of engagement. You already know. All right, so, man, there's been a lot of things that have been popping up recently. RIP to Shock G. That was a big loss in hip. I mean, we've been losing them left and right. It was DMX, Black Rob, and Shock G. Now, man, like
hip hop taking a hit altogether, man. Whether they dying or getting murdered,
either one. It's just it's so bad. And it's just like, but they do say death comes in threes. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, man. Like Shock G was so talented, man. Mm-hmm. Classic verses, you know what I'm saying? Like Digital Underground, of course, Legends, and then the my favorite of all time track that he did was I Get Around with Tupac.
Oh yeah,
you can play that anywhere, and I love what he says. You can tell from my everyday fits, I ain't rich or cease and desist with them. Like that joke, like he, man. So yeah, I don't even know what he died from.
I still don't know.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
They haven't said it.
They haven't said anything. I know he was found alone, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
he was found alone. But they don't know where it was probably from. I think he was a user. I think he was on some drugs.
Oh, really?
But, I mean, everybody get high, but, they take it to another level.
Right.
I think Shot probably was on a little powder. Okay.
I
ain't going to put that on him. I ain't going to put it on him.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Shot was out there. He was mentally far beyond his time. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, for him to be in such great health.
Yeah.
The interviews that he did prior to leading up to this, he looked good.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so sudden. So I think it's more so dealing
something in there, man. Well,
me just speculate.
We'll find out what it is. I'm sure soon enough. But he's a legend. R.I.P. Shock G.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my guy.
Definitely. Now, some good news is Kanye West raised $1 million through the Balenciaga collaboration with Yeezy for DMX and his family, or DMX's family. He put out a shirt, and it was I'll show a picture of it right now, Sean. Look at this. Yeah, this Balenciaga shirt right here. It was $200. $200. Now, I'm not gonna spend $200 on the shirt, but if I guess I have $200, but I would have. I guess I would have bought it, but I see if you're a big fan of Balenciaga and Yeezy and all that, yeah. But that was a real good thing. It sold out in 24 hours.
Yeah, I think it was a great idea. To be honest, people gonna spend that money for that name anyway.
Yeah.
Why not do 4 calls?
4 calls. Yeah, and $1 million. It sold out in 24 hours, man. So I think that was a great way. If you all got a chance to check out DMX's funeral, it was beautiful. He had a celebration of life on Saturday. And then on Sunday was the actual funeral, and the Rough Rider spoke. All of his baby mamas were there on one accord. It was emotional just seeing all his children. His little daughter was rapping.
All the love was genuine. From one to the other, and how they embraced one another.
Yeah.
Nah, and DMX was one of my favorite rappers, by the way.
Definitely
one of my favorite rappers.
He's in my top 5.
I watched all his movies. Man, I probably watched Belly 1 million times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Just his whole character, how he embodied the character in each movie that he played.
Oh, yeah.
So talented.
Yeah.
And to be, you know what I'm saying, on drugs the way he was and still be able to move through life the way he did and let you know how strong of a person he was.
Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rest in peace to DMX, man. I bump him. I at least bump one song of his a day since he passed.
Yeah.
And it's gonna continue for sure.
Definitely, man. I got a DMX mix out there. Actually, y'all got to check that out, man. But RIP to DMX. So Black Rob. Now I'm bringing Black Rob up again because it was some controversy surrounding his death. Around the time DMX was in the hospital, he was on life support. We found out that Black Rob was in the hospital. Then he got out the hospital, and then a couple of days later, he passed away. Now, Diddy. you know, Black Rob was signed to Bad Boy back in like 2000, 2001. Really before that, but his album, I think, came out in like 2000, 2001 with Woe on it, right? Now, it was a lot of people criticizing Diddy, saying that he wasn't there for him, and a lot of his artists in the past, either they they dead or they die or go to prison or change religion. It's just something that, and it just wanted me. I just wanted to talk about it. So I saw Master P say this. Master P was on the Breakfast Club with his sons, and he was just like, you know, we question the Diddys, the Jay-Z's, Master P's, or whoever, right? But what about the label owners, the white executives like the Jimmy Iovine's? How come they don't get criticized because they make billions off of these artists? You know what I'm saying? Why do we point the finger at Diddy? Because at the end of the day, they are artists, grown men who sign record deals, right? Now, should we have a hip hop union? I definitely. Should they get more help, you know, for artists? Yes. But at the end of the day, Diddy, Master P, Suge Knight, all of them are businessmen, and if you're an artist coming to their label, should we hold them accountable? Like, why do you think we don't talk about the Jimmy Iovine's and different label execs? You know, we just point the finger at the black people.
I think it comes from two different perspectives.
Okay.
And that's where they have to, you know, decipher. Number one, if you're going to talk about taking care of me from a business perspective because I was signed to your label, it's not nothing. I'm not signing up to a corporation that's supposed to take care of me for the rest of my life.
That's true, yeah.
You're supposed to take care of me as far as my contract is concerned. So if I die while still being contracted with you, then I think it's an obligation for you to take care of me and mine. But if I'm not signed to you, we're no longer doing business anymore, then it's kind of like you done moved on. Because had Black Rob still been successful right now making other business decisions, he wouldn't even be worried about that record label.
Right.
I think we're more so that's one perspective.
Okay.
Where I feel like they not necessarily should be held obligated to take care of it. It's the nice thing to do.
Right, yeah.
Hey, you was one signed to me. It's the nice thing to do. I can make a kind gesture, but I'm not obligated.
Right.
Coming from the perspective of why we get on Diddy's and the P and the Master P's, because they have more of a personal relationship with those artists.
Okay.
Once I sign you, we make money together. We go through the blood, sweat, tears together. We develop a relationship. You my boy.
Right.
If I fuck with you like I said I fuck with you, I don't know if I could.
No, you just not.
But if I could do that,
yeah.
If I mess with you, and this is where we at, you on your deathbed, it's only right as my brother I take care of you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a more personal relationship, even though we had business. On the label, we was together rocking, not the execs.
Yeah.
The execs ain't hanging with us.
Yeah, you right.
You signed to my label that's through the executives. So it's more. I'm more of a middleman. You signed to me, really. Yeah. But we developed that relationship because we traveling together.
Right.
We're partying together.
Yeah.
We're rocking shows together, and you know we're making an impact on the people together. Exactly. So now we gave that perception of being, you know, family.
See, now that's what I wanted to talk about. My cousin had said that Master P, Bad Boy, they say family. We are family. So the fact that they say that perpetuates this bond that you have with the artist. But when stuff doesn't go right, aren't you supposed to be there for your family? Aren't you supposed to be there?
My brother.
But because I'm on both sides of the fence with it. As a businessman, if you sign to Red's View Records, you sign to me, it's still a business.
Right.
It's up to Larry to be able to provide for his family. Now, I'm showing you everything, but Master P said something important. He feels like Snoop Dogg, perfect example. He made him a boss. He recognized Snoop was already a boss. He saw some potential in him. Snoop signed. And then when Snoop ended up leaving, he was able to make something for himself. You know what I'm saying? Right. And Master P wasn't just concerned about the music. He was concerned about a whole bunch of stuff. But I feel like as a man, you know, you don't need to point the finger. Now, if they signed you to a deal and they didn't go with what they said they were going to do, I get it. Right. But if they're putting you on and showing you the ropes, just how I remember Nelly was talking about the same lunatics, expected so much from him, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you have to be aware of what you're signing. Have your lawyer present. Know what's in the bag. So
when you become the leader, you leading. Yeah. Because you brought all these people into this situation. You kind of led them into this great situation, and they're trusting you to make the better decision for the sake of the team.
Yeah.
Once you get them in that door, I think that's where the coaching comes in.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take the role of I got everything under control, then take care of me.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm gonna put you in the position, I put you on the door and say, hey, listen, this is what our deal consists of. This is where I'm at. This is where we are at, and this is where I'm gonna try to teach y'all to get to, so we can be able to do our own thing, and y'all can be responsible for your own careers.
Yeah.
If we move beyond this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it in their heads. I planted in your head early, let you know that, hey,
I'm trying to do more than, like, because Master People's like, the music ain't gonna last forever.
right.
These artists, especially these days.
I'm pretty sure they had those conversations.
Yeah. So,
But you know,
but Diddy is going to help pay for the funeral. They didn't say he was going to pay for all of it, but he was going to help pay for the funeral. But I do agree with Master P as far as these label execs that don't have anything in place for the artists, because they do rape them at the end of the day. But on the other end of the spectrum, the artist, is your responsibility to make something of yourself outside the music, because you know that this music ain't gonna be able to last forever. Right. It's not like you said you work at a job. Even with a job, you could get fired at the end of the day. So you need to be able to go outside of the work and think about investing, real estate, whatever it is. Make a brand, and then you go off and do whatever you do. So,
because if I don't have a lifetime contract with this record label, how can I have a retirement plan with them?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So
how can I be put on any type of health benefit plan if I'm no longer associated with
that particular label?
So they can't be held.
Yeah,
it's only fair.
I got you. So I just want to talk about Redheads. Let us know in the comments about that particular one. All right. So something else that happened. All right, and I really wanted your perspective on this. So DJ Envy got people saying they wanted to cancel him for what his comments were about Ma'Khia Bryant. Am I saying it right? Ma'Khia Bryant? Yeah, I think that. Yeah. So Ma'Khia Bryant, you know who that was, right? No. That's the girl who got shot by the police officer who pulled up, and she was about to allegedly stab the girl, so she got shot. So Dr. Umar Johnson was on the Breakfast Club, and they were just discussing how they felt about it, right? Envy was saying basically that the officer was right for shooting the girl because the officer just showed up, didn't know what was going on, but he saw a girl that was about to be stabbed. But a lot of people in the black community felt like, okay, this was racial, because if it was two white girls fighting each other and one of them got a knife, would the officer would have shot, or would he have, in close range, went and like grabbed her, done everything, pulled out a taser or something like that? But Envy's thing was, okay, well, if that was my daughter, I wouldn't want her to get stabbed or whatever, right? But people don't know the full story of what happened with Ma'Khia Bryant. She called the police on 3 girls, I believe, that came to try to jump her on her property. So, with that being said, if that was my daughter in the position of almost getting stabbed, honestly, she shouldn't have had her ass over there in the first place. You don't go jump. I don't know what had actually happened, but you go to somebody else's property, you're liable to get killed. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, that's how it is. And even...
And I'm going to have to tell my daughter, like, listen, baby, glad that you escaped this, but you almost got what you deserved.
For going there.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
And that's telling your daughter, like, don't think it's peaches and cream, and don't ever do this shit again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that police shooting the girl was right, though.
Yeah, I don't think it was right.
I don't agree with that one bit, and I don't think it was racial either.
You don't think it was racial?
I don't think it was racial. I think it was a scared police. I just think it was a scared police. And that was the easiest way to save one life that was in jeopardy. He could have used a taser. I feel like that's the first thing it can reach.
Yeah.
Use the taser. Tase the knife out of hand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's going to drop that knife when that taser hits.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
She's going to drop the knife.
Yeah.
Taser, get her out of there, restrain her.
So let me ask you this. 2 white women, right? It's a 911 call. White officer gets there, white neighborhood.
Same situation.
But do you think that he would have shot the white girl for trying to stab the other girl?
I just think it's the same scared police.
You think so?
Yeah.
I disagree, Redheads. I feel like what Umar Johnson and what Charlamagne was saying, they were saying that if it was 2, that's my whole thing. If we're playing equal sides of the fence, like in that case, if he's a scared police officer, then I would have to believe that if it was white people, Mexican people, different people outside of our race group, he would have shot first. Then I've been like, okay, he did what he had to do. But everybody is like, no, if it was 2 white women arguing, fighting, and one of them is about to stab the other one, and it wasn't like he was super far away. You know what I'm saying? He was right there. I felt like he would have went. It's videos literally online of white people beating the shit out of policemen, stabbing policemen, and then they still get a taser, chasing around, resisting arrest. It's an old white lady I saw that pulled off on a police officer and damn near ran him over. All she did was get arrested. So if it's an equal playing field, then I would side and be like that. But
and I can agree with the history of it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to put that on that particular officer. That particular officer going to a black neighborhood, it's not his first time.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so I feel like he's probably one of those officers that's probably kind of learned the neighborhood a little bit. Probably still scared, but he guards that neighborhood. He guards that area. You know what I'm saying? You get to know the people in the area.
Yeah.
So regardless of the fact, him going, him having to be there, if you hear what he's saying before he shoot, it's kind of like a impulsive, hey.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trained to do this. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you scared and like, I can't go to Texas. She might stab me. And he's little. It's a little cop.
Yeah,
I just think.
Yeah.
But
but the thing with DJ Envy, I hate cancel culture because that's his opinion.
Yeah.
Just like me and you may not agree with something, that's still your opinion.
Right.
Now I do feel like you should be on code, right? Which means that white people, Dylan Roof and Darren Wilson got money from white supremacists who knew that what they did was wrong, but they supported them. In our community, we'll be quick to let anybody just go get fed to the wolves, and we'll be all on the media going in on our people when you're supposed to handle it internally. So that's the only thing I feel like as far as like being on code.
I think we as a culture, I think we always say right is right, wrong is wrong. And I think white culture is like, whether we right or wrong, we right.
But my thing is this, bro. If me and you were brothers, you see me getting jumped, right? Don't know what happened, but you see me getting jumped. What you gonna do?
You my dog.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in it.
Exactly. And afterwards, you'll ask me, I'll be like, yeah, I grabbed the girl's ass in front of her husband, and then him and his brothers jumped me. You could be like, yo, stupid ass, blah, 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 but you still rode with me. Why, if we do that for our family, black people should do that for black people, because white people do that for
any white.
Yeah, any white person.
You can be jumping a white person out there in the street right there. They coming over like, hey, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and if it's a mass shooting, they gonna be like, they gonna try, especially with Dylan Roof or what happened in the church, man. Y'all know the history anyway. But
black people, if I don't know that nigga, he getting his ass jumped, I might be looking like, man, what the fuck he done did?
Unfortunately, that's how,
That's on Lord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be honest.
You go.
I'm a little like, what the nigga did?
You go. This dude, man.
But I'm not jumping in there.
Yeah, but anyway, Redheads, let us know in the comments what you think about that. Yeah. All right, so, and I want to ask you this. So, Ludacris, right?
Okay.
Ludacris came out in the year 2000. Phenomenal rapper, I felt like.
Yeah.
But some people I'm in a group with feel like Ludacris wasn't. First, let me ask you: do you feel like Ludacris is a legend?
Hell yeah.
He's a legend. Okay, you think so?
Hell yeah.
Does he have a classic album?
Yes.
Name me the classic album he has.
Chicken and Beer, #1.
Nah, that ain't.
I love Chicken and Beer.
That ain't a classic.
I love that. I love
Word of Mouth.
Word of Mouth.
I feel like that's a classic.
Both of them.
Like I don't think Chicken and Beer is. I
Chicken
feel like
and
Word of
Beer.
Mouth is though.
Word of Mouth.
Yeah.
Definitely. And what's the name of the album with both albums with the freestyles on there?
Oh, Back for the First Time. And Word of Mouth. Yeah,
Back for the First Time, Word of Mouth, and Chicken and Beer. Those my
I think that Ludacris gets a bad rap because people may feel like his music didn't age well because he was so animated at that particular time, and they look back and be like, oh, whatever. But I feel like Ludacris was a very
I think they
dope
look
rapper.
at his commercial hits. They don't listen to the album.
Okay.
He wasn't animated through the whole album.
He had a type of delivery that was animated. But it was entertaining though.
He had a delivery that emphasized his punchlines.
Okay. Yeah.
You can understand him clear, his clarity in whatever he was saying, and it made so much sense. Luda is far beyond intelligent.
Yeah.
Like his punchlines and metaphors is either you gonna understand it or it's gonna go over your head.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
And Luda, you know, you got Runaway Love, like you got songs.
I hated that song.
I think he did swell.
You think so?
Yeah.
I hated that song from him.
You got
PM know what I'm talking about. I hated that song.
Luda was the man, bro. Like,
he was. But
now I do think he did a poor job as managing his team.
His artist?
He did a poor
I think
job.
He did relatively well. I mean, he had Chingy, he had Bobby Valentino.
He's another one of those where all his artists just disappeared. But they did better when they left him.
Who did better when they left him?
2 Chainz. He went from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz.
That's the only one.
He had Twister for a little bit.
He didn't have
He ain't had Twister?
Nah.
Well, he fucked up everybody. I say either they didn't do nothing or they did better. Everybody else disappeared. I-20, he was horrible anyway.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Chingy, he was commercial, but he did his thing.
He didn't do as good by himself than when he was with Ludacris.
Right, he just disappeared. He became like a I would say a hit artist. Like he tried to come out with a single.
a single. Yeah,
but Shauna Kitt was raw.
Shauna, yeah,
she didn't do nothing with her. Nothing.
Getting some head was a hit.
She didn't do nothing. She only did that with him.
Yeah, she didn't. But I think that
Crime Mob.
They weren't with Luda.
Yes, they were.
No,
With Disturbing the Peace. Yes,
Crime
they
Mob,
were.
they were with BME.
No, bruh. Crime Mob. I'm sick of being lonely. That's under
That's
DT.
Field Mob.
Oh yeah. Field Mob. Hey, forgive me. Smoke and
I forgot his name.
I
know you're talking about the
other
yeah.
nigga. Field Mob.
Field Mob.
Yes, Field Mob.
Right. They were. I forgot
Them
they had
boys.
signed with him though.
Them boys was wrong.
Yeah, they were.
Come on,
They were.
man.
They were. Bobby Valentino's. What I'm just saying is, at
What
least
Bobby V did after he left.
he didn't really do nothing. Okay, I agree. Well, no, hold on. I take that back. Bobby V had a nice little career after that.
So they either did better when they left, or they disappeared.
What I'm saying is this: some people don't even come out. At least Player Circle came out. Duffel Bag Boy was on DTP. You know what I'm saying? Each one of his artists had signed, either had a hit or was on a hit. Shauna had a hit with Getting Some Head. I-20 was on a hit, right? Chingy, 3 million. You know what I'm saying? In his album.
Lil Fate.
Nah, Lil Fate.
Small World. The Small World was so talented.
I forgot about Small World.
3, 2, 1. What's the start of this?
Oh, okay.
He had that little.
But I forgot.
He had them punchlines.
But that film, when he signed film out, that was dope though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
But
yeah, Luda's
I think that Luda's on point. Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Migos, right?
Yeah.
I saw David Banner had an interview. I think he was on. I forgot where he was at, but he said that the industry stole Migos style. Do you feel like the reason I feel what he's saying, because I mean a lot of people sound like the Migos now, but I don't think that's really Migos sound.
I don't either.
That sound was already there. You know what I'm saying? That sound was already here. Now what they did was, the artists that
elevated
they elevated and they put their swag to it. But is it fair to say that the industry stole their sound, or did they just help amplify what was already there?
They just capitalized, made it better. Like how Migos took it here, everybody else just taking it there.
Yeah.
It's just gonna continue to elevate as the game continue to grow.
So who do you feel like whose style was that?
Gucci.
You think Gucci?
I think Gucci. Before he went in, before he got locked up,
He was kind of doing that.
Like, think about, like, Lemonade and all that other stuff. Or, like, Pamela Lee and Tamala, I'm fucking on the camera, Rebel Stammer, the animal.
That's kind of...
Like, he had to start having this bouncy music that started making him go, that made him take off. Yeah. I feel like, because Migos came to him. They came signed under him. They came from him. He already was transitioning that sound. Right when he started getting his prime, he gets locked up.
People have said that him. I was thinking more so.
Gucci.
I think so. Bone Thugs and 3 6 Mafia. The reason I'm saying that,
I could see 3 6, not Bone though.
You don't think? I think, but even what was his name? What was his name? PQ or whoever the boss is. The label on one of them. He said when I heard them, it sound like Bone Thugs. He said Takeoff did. So I don't think that they want the harmony in it, but I feel like with the staccato type of like they do that. But also not Player Flower. Who was the guy in 3 6 Mafia, y'all, who had sounded like that? Lord Infamous. Offset and Lord Infamous sound identical, bro. I promise. Cause you know, I'm not a 3 6 fan, but I like some of their music, right? And I heard,
and I can agree with that.
Yeah,
3 6 Mafia.
Yeah, so I feel like that style was already there. But if you looked in the comment section, people did say Gucci, but a lot of people said Bone 3 6 Mafia every time you hear Migos. Yeah. So
I say 3 6 Mafia and Gucci.
You think so?
I think it's. Yeah. I think they may have Bone Thugs stage presence. Because how they ad-lib, Bone Thugs ad-lib, they sing in harmony. They rap in harmony.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you hear the Migos rapping, they rap in harmony. They own each other, they feed off each other. Together, so I think they got Bone style as far as their presence, as far as how they rock the stage together. They're in unison.
Yeah.
Like how Bone Thugs was.
Got you.
But their sound is Gucci and
3 6 Mafia.
Period.
Well, I mean, Redheads, let us know in the comments what you feel like. I don't feel like that's theirs. Now, I feel like the industry did adapt to them or whatever, but that's just that's just the way it is. Like when Bone came out, the industry shifted. Like when T-Pain came out, everybody wanted to use auto-tune. And people, you can point the fingers all day and say they stole our style. Future elevated it.
And then everybody else started doing it. That was like Jeezy sound. But then you seen Rocco. And then, it was my man, rest in peace, Shawty Low.
Yeah.
The airy voice.
Yeah.
Jeezy did it, then everybody else can. That's why he was like, people stealing my style, my delivery.
If you're real good, somebody, or if you stand out for something, distinctive voice, the way you rap, whatever, somebody is going to be like, I want to sound like that. Because it used to be the game was original, meaning you didn't want to sound like that.
Right.
But then once the 90s started hitting, and I feel like Bone was like one of the first ones, and then after, Ja Rule and Nelly came out, everybody wanted to sing, and then everybody wanted to use auto-tune, and everybody wanted to bounce in their records or whatever like that. I just wish it was, more originality. But
and I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit more. People probably forgot about it, but like I love Young Thug. That's my dog. I fuck with Young Thug. Like I listen to him every day.
Yeah.
And people trying to say that Young Thug changed the game. I think he changed the game. He made us want to listen or accept Lil Baby just based off their little distinctive sounds and tones, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't even like Lil Baby voice if it wasn't for Young Thug.
I see what you're saying.
But everybody says Young Thug created that, but I don't think it was Young Thug.
Who you think it was?
It was that dude that was Juice. Hey, okay.
Oh, OJ the Juice Man?
OJ the Juice Man. He really started that weird sound to where he's like, is this nigga joking on the track or is he serious?
I don't think so.
It was OJ. He just ain't have enough hits to keep himself relevant to take on that lead as a
But what I feel that Young Thug, that auto-tune sound, you know what I'm saying? The like whatever, like everybody does sound like that now. I feel like the game right now sounds like either you singing like Young Thug or you're rapping kind of like the Migos.
Right.
But yeah, I do agree with you that we wouldn't have a Lil Baby or more willing to listen to a Lil Baby without a Young Thug. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great point.
But we gotta give Juice Man his credit on that weird, accepting the weird, because that was a hit. That's call it bounce, huh? Hey.
But I don't think that that's the same as Young Thug.
It was so stupid. Nah, believe me. As a person that didn't know shit about Atlanta, fresh coming into that culture at that time, I was like, what the fuck are they listening to out here? Yeah. And it started with OJ the Juice Man for me. Okay. Listen to him, people accepting him on the track saying, hey, at that high pitch, like,
but it's been other high pitched rappers though.
I feel like it was only accepted at that time. It was a hit. Everybody that was doing the high pitch, we wasn't listening to them. Even the weirdness and the animation of E40.
Yeah, E40.
We wasn't accepting E40 early on. Our OGs put it in our ears for us to respect it. Then we grew a liking for it. I'm thinking my era, in my time. I'm 34, I'll be 35. I did not accept E40 until I really started listening to what he was saying after an OG told me, like, listen to him. Like, he's spitting that real. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I started accepting it. Anything that comes off as corny or cheesy or animated to me, I automatically block it out.
Okay, but
You know
I'm saying the game, that's probably from your perspective, but I feel like you already had weird sounding people. ODB was weird. You know what I'm saying?
But it was raw.
It was raw, but I mean, you had that. But I will say, I do agree with you as far as like Young Thug influencing the sound. You know, but it's other people that have contributed to that weird stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But but I feel you on that. That's a great point.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw recently that J Cole, Bass or Boss, I think that's his name. His under his label, right?
Boss the artist.
Yeah.
Boss.
So he shared a picture of J Cole that looks like he was sitting down recording, and it said his album, what's it called? The Off Season. Off Season should be here in 2 weeks. So my question is, I am a J Cole fan, but my issue with J Cole is he still has not made a classic album to me. Now, I will say this. Forest Hill Drive is the closest thing that comes to a classic. I don't think the problem with J. Cole is his albums don't have good replay value, in my personal opinion, right? And at this point, I don't know what to expect from him. The last time he dropped something, what was that? What was his album called? The last album that he had. What was it? I remember the cover and everything. Redheads Get Me Right.
I never remember
it's gonna mess with me.
Titles. But every damn album J. Cole had has been classic from start to finish.
You tripping.
What are you talking about?
You were tripping.
I think it's
KOD was his last album.
I think it's a preference of what you rather hear. He's a conscious rapper. He's not. You're not gonna listen to him in the club. You're not gonna bounce to him.
You don't need to.
The way the music is right now, the way hip hop is bounce first, then conscious second. It's changed. That's why they say hip hop is dead.
Yeah, I get that.
You get what I'm saying? Because it changed from where we would listen to lyricists. That's why a lot of New York rappers and North rappers don't blow up the way
they used to.
As they used to, because they're so lyrical.
The game has changed, but classic means that it had impact on the game. It pretty much has stopped everything. It influenced other rappers. What
album that he had flopped?
No, I didn't say it flopped.
That's what I'm saying. That makes it classic because all of them goes.
No. Vanilla Ice it didn't flop.
Man, everybody was Ice Baby in.
So I'm saying Vanilla albums.
Give him his props.
Vanilla Ice album was classic.
You a bump. You a dum 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 dum. You a bounce right now to that.
The song. I'm talking about an album.
That's what sold the album. But I don't think we as a culture listen to Vanilla Ice. We can't grade that because I can't relate to it one bit.
Okay, but are you aware? So you're sitting here telling me that every album J. Cole's put out has been a classic album.
I solely feel like he speaks to me. Definitely.
To you, but I'm saying.
Definitely.
So you feel like every album he's put out has been a classic.
Yeah.
Amazing. Redheads, let us know. Do you feel like every album J. Cole has put out has been a classic?
J. Cole top 5.
Top 5 what? Like rappers of all time?
No,
or your
today,
top 5?
Today.
Okay. No, I'm not disagreeing with you there. But I'm curious to see how his next few projects are going to sound because...
J. Cole remind me of today's, not the style, not looking at
You about to say Nas?
Nah.
Not Nas? Okay.
And I think his style, his delivery is more so Nas.
Yeah.
But I feel like his mental is Andre 3000. I think his mental is Andre 3000. He's not as smart as Nas to me. Nas is another type of smart.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't want to give him Nas.
Yeah.
I want to give him
not
Andre.
as complex. I'm not going to say not as smart.
Thank you. Correct.
Got you.
Because I'm not saying Jay ain't smart because, like I say, he speaks to me.
Right.
I think he's intelligent.
Right.
But what I'm saying is not on that level as Nas. I think his consciousness is more so on the level as Andre 3000. Andre more so, he had a huge love for people, and he had a real close responsibility to reality.
Yeah.
And he's close to the people based off of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? J. Cole can be touched.
Yeah.
That's why he's so loved. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
He don't come off as so infallible.
Yeah.
To where his talent you know, supersede.
Since we talking about Outkast, like, how do you feel about Outkast?
I love them niggas.
Like, do you feel like every album they put out has been a classic?
I think I've grown to love it as I got older to understand it more.
Okay, so, because I was talking to my homeboy about that. Outkast really didn't hit until Stankonia.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying what they put out wasn't good. It's just like you said, a perfect example. You're like, it took you when you got older.
Like they had singles. I love all their singles that they put out.
Yeah.
Every single that they put out.
Yeah. But
I loved it.
But
not necessarily the album.
The album.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to ask about that because I think that they're not overrated at all.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we can't sit here and act like everybody was on Outkast in the 90s. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Until Stankonia really is when everybody... And, it take time.
They hate you. Then they love you again.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, yeah. But I wanted to get you because I knew you were going to keep it real on that one. Yeah. And I want to ask you about one more thing.
Okay.
So, Kendrick Lamar hasn't dropped an album in like 4 years. 18, 19, 20, 20. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So... TDE, his label, of course, Top Dog Entertainment, made a cryptic tweet and said that something is coming on like May 7th, I want to say. Yeah. And people have been speculating if it's Kendrick's album. Now, are you excited for a Kendrick Lamar album?
Am I excited for one?
Yeah.
No.
Why aren't you excited for one?
Because it's not really nothing that draws me back to Kendrick's music right now. Like, if I get high and listen to Kendrick,
wow. But you'll be excited for a J Cole project?
Yeah.
Over Kendrick?
I love Kendrick and I think he's very talented. But sometimes I can get drawn. He can kind of. Maybe I got a little small case of ADHD. Because with too much of.
But see, when you brought up when we were talking about J. Cole and you said his mind reminds you of Andre 3000, I feel like Kendrick definitely reminds you of that. Now, I'm excited for a Kendrick Lamar album. I've made
Kendrick
a video.
Eminem vibes.
You think
a black Eminem.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you with that, but I'm an Eminem fan though.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited about it. He hasn't put out anything since Damn that came out in 2017, and I thought that the album was really supposed to come out last year, but with this pandemic, if an artist puts out an album, you want to make money off of it. You want to be able to go work it. You know what I'm saying? Like go on the tours and everything like that. But I can say at this particular point, I'm more excited to hear from a Kendrick than a J. Cole.
Yeah.
I've got J. Cole several times, but J. Cole, just to me, he's given me good albums. He just hasn't given me the album that I've expected from him because I was listening to him since the warm-up. I listened to the come-up too, but the warm-up was my shit. Yeah. But Kendrick...
his mixtape?
Yeah, his mixtapes. And Friday Night Lights.
Oh, I'm about to say. But from start to finish.
Yeah, you definitely damn right. But with Kendrick, I have 3 albums from him that I feel like are classic, which were... Good Kid, Mad City, The Pimp a Butterfly, which is my favorite, and Damn, right? And those I feel like definitely are classics.
Only reason I can say I can agree with you on, I say they classics too. I'm not saying his not classic and his not.
True.
I'm not saying that Kendrick's got classes and I'm not saying.
I get what you're saying.
I'm saying Kendrick got all his are classes too. I agree.
Yeah.
But I feel like would automatically send him to classic because I respect music. Yeah. And even if I don't like the song, I like the instruments, the key changes, the beat itself, the ad libs. I like to listen to the thought and the work that they put into their body of music. So I still will respect it like Kobe. I wasn't a Kobe fan, right? But I still know he's one of the greatest.
I get what you're saying.
So that's how I listen to Kendrick. I don't necessarily listen to him, but I know he's doing great music because number one, you got the best producer of all time. That's gonna automatically send you up there. You know what I'm saying? You got Dr. Dre in your corner. What if you fuck up a Dr. Dre album? Then you're not good.
You're not good.
You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Dre's gonna really make sure
he's gonna push
the
you.
Best out of you. Yeah.
And if we don't like it, and Dr. Dre did it, then you're just not a good artist. Period.
Hey, also T-Pain. I saw that he posted today that he was going through and did a screen capture of him going through his DMs. It was so many celebrities that have reached out to him, but he didn't know how to check his DM correctly. You know, at the top it'll say, like if you don't follow the person and they try to send you the message and it says request, he didn't know to hit the request button. So for the past 2 years, he's been ignoring people that could have really probably got him back in the game. Yeah. Think about, I saw Nickelodeon had mentioned him. People mentioned him in the stories and say, hey, I want to work. I want to do this. Just imagine how much. And he said, man, I bet these folks think I ignore them. But he didn't know but to simply just hit the thing. I don't have nearly as many followers as him. So I guess that I think that that's important. Anytime somebody's reaching out to me for an interview or whatever, I see the request button. I'm like, oh shit, who is this? Is it money? Or is it one of them bloggers? You know, them people who try to sell you, hey, I do mixtape art, you know, all that stuff with those spammers. But T-Pain could have missed out on a lot of money. He missed out on millions. Please, if you're an artist, check your DMs and check the top, that little request button. Please do it, because you never know who's reaching out to you. Did they give a, when they updated it, did they give a like a tutorial through Instagram, or they expect you to just know? No. I'm sure they did, but you know, we don't. You know, I ain't never looked at a tutorial. I just look at what other people. More likely, people will post it anyway. But this is my question. Yeah. T-Pain, even if they're reaching out to you, you're not just in the house. When you go out, you don't run into these people. Everybody say, "Man, I sent you a message. Where at? On Instagram." Man, I ain't get it. Yeah, nah, that's true too. Like it would lead up in a conversation somewhere, some sort of way. Some people some type of way or whatever. Or it could be some stuff like, "Hey man, me and you gonna work. We gonna work, right?" That happens a lot, man. I gotta be on the show. People be like, "I'm be on the show," and then they don't hit you up. But it could have been a thing to where they said, "Hey, I'm gonna hit you up in your DM." And he's looking and don't see it because his ass didn't look up at the request thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But then on top of that, why would you just send me an Instagram? If you know how to hit my manager up or hit somebody up that close to me. But you know, artists these days, like like since social media is here and we, you know, it's more personable, you may not know how to get in contact with T-Pain's manager. I'm quite sure that they do have like an email list on how to talk to whoever, but if they're indie artists, they probably don't have that little, you know, I guess like a Rolodex or whatever, right? And you probably just, the best way, I mean, that's how I reach out to artists, you know what I'm saying? I'll DM them. Or unless they have like book me or whatever like that. So, but yeah, it's important to check your DMs, y'all. Like make sure that you do that, especially that top request button. But anyway, y'all, this has been this week's episode of Red's View. Again, I'm your gracious host, J Red. Make sure that you subscribe. Show us love, man. Show us love. Subscribe. We've been over 1,000 followers. We're trying to get up to 2,000. Let's make it 2,000, then 3,000, then 4, and then just beyond, right? Yeah. I want to get on Breakfast Club level. If you haven't already, get your Red's View t-shirts, y'all. Get your Red's View t-shirts. They're still on sale. And follow me at JAYR3D on all platforms. Where can we follow you? Moosey _15. MOOSEY_15. Yeah, man. Definitely. I'm in Florida this weekend, so I had to squeeze this episode in for y'all. Make sure you follow me on TikTok too, JAYR3D, and check out my DJ mixes. Check out the She Say Part 2 video. It's on YouTube. You've been seeing it, man. I've been trying to work it. So, man, it's just a bunch of content. If this your first time watching, I'm telling you, subscribe because we got good interviews. Did the Crazy Bone interview. That's out right now. And we got different artists coming up, man. So, y'all check it out. But anyway, y'all, Red's View, J Red. Moosey. We signing out.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up.